Good evening. It is now 7 p.m. on Tuesday, March 21st, 2024. I'd like to call our Richland County Council zoning public hearing meeting to order. Madam Clerk, can you take the roll, please?
Branham,
Here.
Pugh,
Here.
McBride, Livingston,
Here.
Teratio, Weaver,
Here.
Barron,
Here.
Walker, Mackey,
Here.
English,
Present.
Newton.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Thank you. Item 3, addition, deletions to the agenda. Director Price, do we have any additions or deletions?
There are no additions, deletions to the agenda by staff.
Next is item 4, adoption of the agenda.
So moved.
Second.
A motion and a second. Any discussion? Recognizes Barron.
Thank you. I just need to ask Mr. Price a question. So I do have a withdrawal from one of the applicants. And so I want to make sure that we don't need to change the agenda, or can I just, or would that be something you'll take care of during the meeting?
Because the request came within 15 days of the zoning public hearing, it has to be done in council. So essentially, it's a request. You really don't have to accept the withdrawal request. You actually could take action on it. So it would be best to go ahead and wait until you actually get to the item to make a determination on which direction you will take.
Any further discussion? Okay, Madam Clerk?
Branham,
Yes.
Pugh,
Yes.
Livingston, Teratio,
Yes.
Weaver,
Yes.
Barron,
Yes.
Mackey,
Yes.
English,
Yes.
Newton.
Yes.
Motion approved.
Thank you. Next is item 5, open public hearing. 5A1, which is case number 23-045MA, Reza Sanchez, Institutional District to Residential 6, 1626 Horseshoe Drive, TMS number R17011-02-19. Planning Commission recommends approval. Staff recommends approval. This public hearing is now open.
Madam Chair, we have one person signed up to speak, and that's the applicant, Reza Sanchez. Ma'am, if you can approach the podium, please state your name and your address for the record, and you have 2 minutes to speak.
Good night. My name is Reza Sanchez. The address is 1626 Horseshoe Drive, and I'm the owner of that small lot on Horseshoe. I bought it a few years ago. I'm not sure of what to build there, but Horseshoe Drive, it's very, people know it because there's a lot of multifamily properties, and there's duplexes, triplex, and quadplex, and we are actually planning to build a triplex in the area. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. That's everyone who signed up to speak, Madam Chair.
Thank you. This public hearing is now closed.
Madam Chair.
You're recognized, Ms. Barron.
Thank you. And so I wanted to publicly thank Ms. Sanchez for coming out. We had a town hall meeting last night where she was able to speak with the neighbors and to give her ideas for the project, as well as receive feedback from the neighbors, and it was a positive feedback. So because of that, I move to approve this item.
Second.
A motion and a second for approval. Any discussion? Madam Clerk?
Branham,
Yes.
Pugh,
Yes.
Livingston,
Yes.
Teratio,
Yes.
Weaver,
Yes.
Barron,
Yes.
Mackey,
Yes.
English,
Yes.
Newton.
Yes.
Motion approved.
Thank you. Next is 5A2, case number 24-004MA, John T. Balkas, residential transition to general commercial, 10336 Wilson Boulevard, TMS number R149000-03-01. Planning Commission recommends approval. Staff recommendation approval. This public hearing is now open.
Chairwoman,
Sir?
no one signed up to speak for this item. I would like to make a motion that we defer this item to June the 25th, zoning public hearing.
Second.
Sorry, this public hearing is now closed. It's okay. We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Madam Clerk?
Branham,
Yes.
Pugh,
Yes.
Livingston, Teratio,
Yes.
Weaver,
Yes.
Barron,
Yes.
Mackey,
Yes.
English,
Yes.
Newton.
Yes.
Motion approved.
Next item is 5A3, case number 24-005MA, Kathy E. Peak, general commercial to light industrial, 10891 Two Notch Road, 10901 Two Notch Road, and West South Two Notch Road. TMS number R29000-01-01, R29000-01-05, and R29004-01-02. Planning Commission recommends disapproval. Staff recommends disapproval. This public hearing is now open.
Madam Chair, we actually have two people signed up to speak. One is the applicant, Carol Peak. Ms. Peak?
We're both applicants. This is Kathy Peak. She likes.
Kathy and Carol Peak.
All right, right.
Could you approach the podium, ma'am, and please state your name and address? Yes, ma'am. State your name and address for the record,
My name's
you-
Kathy Peak,
and you have 2 minutes to speak, ma'am.
10948 Two Knots Road. Anyway, I looked it up and there are 4 pieces of property in Pontiac that is marked HI, and it's 2 miles from my business. And we were trying to get something done because I'm disabled and my husband, he just retired. This is our livelihood. It takes us 6 months of rent just to pay the taxes on this piece of property. And so we really need to get it either light commercial or a special thing because it goes with a lot of different things. I don't want to put a beer joint. I'm a Christian. I don't believe in stuff like that. But I can put it says I can put a truck stop there. Who'd want a truck stop in the back part of my yard is a railroad track, and right in the front is Two Knots Road. So that's it. There's nothing there except this was a piece of land my mother left us, and for us to have some income on. So I would let Carol talk now. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Ms. Carol Peak? Ma'am, if you can approach the podium, state your name and address for the record, and you have 2 minutes to speak, ma'am.
Okay. Carol Peak, address is 101 Shoal Creek Lane in Blythewood. I wanted to speak about having this either rezoned to general commercial to light industrial. Almost all the interest for a warehouse-type building, which is what this is, that has a substantial amount of land. All the potential tenants are looking for something to have storage on the property for their business. Kathy currently has a potential tenant that rents empty metal storage containers. It seems like, in reviewing the listing of what's allowed and what's not allowed, to me, it seems like that would agree with the use types listed for general commercial under rental centers with outside storage, allowed with special requirements. So just want a consideration for that. If council does not want to rezone it, could we get special requirements or special exemption to have outside storage on that property? They're 1 acre to 2 acres apiece, and like I said, everybody that is even interested in renting anything, they want property.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Madam Chair, that's everyone who signed up to speak for that item.
Thank you. This public hearing is now closed. I'd like to make a motion to deny this.
Second.
Motion is second. Any discussion? Madam Clerk?
Brenham,
Yes.
Pugh,
Yes.
Livingston,
Yes.
Teratio,
Yes.
Weaver,
Yes.
Barron,
Yes.
Mackey,
Yes.
English,
Yes.
Newton.
Yes.
Motion to deny approve.
Next item is 5A4, case number 24-008MA, Heather Bounds, Christina Tran, Plan Development to Plan Development, 1312 Crane Church Road, 7639 Fairfield Road and Crane Church Road. TMS numbers R09600-02-13, R09600-03-02, and R09600-03-03. Planning Commission recommends approval. Staff recommends approval. This public hearing is now open.
Madam Chair, we have one person signed up to speak, and that was David Brandens. And if I butchered your name, sir, I apologize. Yes, sir. If you can come to the podium, please state your name and your address for the record, and you have 2 minutes to speak, sir.
Thank you. My name is David Brandes. I'm an engineer here in Columbia. My address is 1301 Gervais Street, Columbia, South Carolina. With me is the applicant, Christina, representing Contender Development. This is an existing PDD that's been in place for a number of years. It was done right before the housing crash in 2008. It surrounds Oak Hills Golf Course. The current zoning allows up to 1,712 units. We're reducing that down to 1,500 for a number of reasons. Some of it's topography, some of it's the wetlands that we have around there, but some of it is we want to change some uses. Right now, there's about 50 or so acres that is set for just multifamily. What we'd like to do is do what we think is a very exciting mixed-use recreational area. Basically, we're creating a beach and a lagoon that has some really exciting elements to it. We have representatives here if anyone wants to ask us. We'll stay up and answer your questions about it all day because we really think it's a very unique element that really has not been seen anywhere in South Carolina, so we're very excited about it. We also have some other minor changes. We're adjusting some lot sizes on the townhomes. We're also making some minor text amendments, text adjustments, just to meet new codes and clean up some confusions. So the main thing we want to leave you with is that we're reducing the zoning and we're changing that multifamily use. We've worked heavily with staff and Ms. Barron. We've had a number of public meetings, which we think have gone really well. We've taken the public input in. And so with that, we answer any questions that you might have. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Madam Chair, that concludes everyone that signed up to speak for that item.
Thank you. This public hearing is now closed.
Madam Chair?
You recognize Ms. Barron.
Thank you. So first, I'll go on the record to say that it's kind of exciting to have something that could bring some great potential to an area of my district that is usually forgotten about. So, I really appreciate the willingness of Mr. Brandes and others as a part of his team. Christina have met with the community a number of times. They, are vested in this project, and not only just vested in the project, but to say that they're from right here, South Carolina. So it says volumes, and because of that, I move to approve this item.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any discussion? Madam Clerk?
Brenham,
Yes.
Pugh,
Yes.
Livingston,
Yes.
Teratio,
Yes.
Weaver,
Yes.
Barron,
Yes?
Mackey,
Yes.
English,
Yes.
Newton.
Yes.
Motion approved.
Thank you. Next item is 5A5, case number 24-009MA, Aaron Breeden, Homestead to General Commercial, Hardscrabble Road, TMS R20300-03-02. Planning Commission recommends approval. Staff recommends disapproval. This public hearing is now open.
We have one person that signed up to speak, and that is the applicant. His name is Jake Simcoe. Yeah. Mr. Simcoe, if you could approach the podium, please state your name and address for the record, and you have 2 minutes to speak, sir.
Yeah, my name is Jake Simcoe. I'm with Berry Engineers representing the applicant. Address is 459 Thoroughbred Drive, Cleveland, Tennessee. We're looking to rezone this piece of property from HM to general commercial. The HM seems more like a placeholder from the current vacant lot that it is right now. It's heavily wooded, very, very large hill going up the ridge. The surrounding area seems to be, going in the direction of commercial, and we're just looking for the most flexibility that we can get for what development we're kind of looking at on the property. I'm available for any questions. I think I talked with Overture. He said he was deferring this case. That's all I got. Yeah.
All right, thank you, sir. I appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
Madam Chair, that is all that signed up to speak for this item.
Thank you. This public hearing closed.
Move to defer till the next zoning hearing, June 25th. Thank you, sir.
Motion and a second. Director Price?
Just Madam Chair, as y'all have opened the public hearing already and actually had the public hearing, is it the intent to defer this to the June 25th meeting to actually have the full zoning the public hearing and first reading? Or in this particular case, since you've had the public
Had the
hearing, you can
public
just defer the first reading?
I would ask the maker of the motion to please clarify.
Okay. Since you've already opened the public hearing, you've had a public hearing, you could just defer first reading.
Just
And
defer first
You could defer first reading, and that will, instead of coming on the 25th, it would come on the 4th of June at your regular scheduled meeting. Or you could just defer this until the 25th and have the whole public hearing heard again.
Yeah.
Okay.
A motion and a second. Madam Clerk?
Brenham,
Yes.
Pugh,
Yes.
Livingston, Teratio,
Yes.
Weaver,
Yes.
Barron,
Yes.
Mackey,
Yes.
English,
Yes.
Newton.
Yes.
Motion approved.
Thank you. Next is item 5A6, case number 24 dash.
Madam Chair.
Yes, Ms. Barron, you recognize.
So before you go through your litany of
Well, I'd
response,
just like to read it into the record.
you want to
please.
read it into the record?
No, go ahead, go ahead.
Okay, so I did receive a request to withdraw this item, which is for Wessinger Road. We did, and so I'm going to receive this withdrawal, which means that, of course, we're not moving forward with it, and I'm saying that for my constituents that are in the audience. And so I would like to also, just for the record, state that we had a town hall meeting last night where our neighbors had some major concerns about this. I've spoken to several of my colleagues as well who have some concerns about this property as it was proposed. And just so you all know, they are looking to come back before us for general commercial. And so at that point, we can entertain what the recommendations are of the staff and all, but they've asked to be withdrawn.
Ms. Barron, is that a motion for withdrawal?
Yes.
A motion and a second to accept the withdrawal.
Brenham,
Yes.
Pugh,
Yes.
Livingston,
Yes.
Teratio,
Yes.
Weaver,
Yes.
Barron,
Yes?
Mackey,
Yes.
English,
Yes.
Newton.
Yes.
Motion approved.
Thank you. Next is item 5A7, Case number 24-012, MA, Jeff Rubel, Richland County Economic Development, Homestead to Light Industrial, 605 Blythewood Road, TMS number R15100-1-03. Planning Commission recommends approval. Staff recommends disapproval. This public hearing is now open.
Madam Chair,
Yes, sir.
no one signed up to speak, even the applicant.
Okay, this public hearing is now closed.
Madam Chair,
Yes, sir.
I'd like to make a motion for approval.
Second.
Motion to approve. Second, any discussion? Madam Clerk?
Yes.
Pugh,
Yes.
Livingston,
Yes.
Teratio,
Yes.
Weaver,
Yes.
Barron,
Yes.
Mackey,
Yes.
English,
Yes.
Newton.
Yes.
Motion approved.
Thank you. Item 6,
Move to adjourn?
Second.
a motion is second for adjournment. Madam Clerk?
Branham,
Yes.
Pugh,
Yes.
Livingston,
Yes.
Teratio,
Yes.
Weaver,
Yes.
Barron,
Yes.
Mackey,
Yes.
English,
Yes.
Newton.
Yes.
Motion approved.